welcome back to Emma's Kitchen. Today we are making really delicious sugar-free brownies. So I was making brownies for the week and realized I didn't have enough coconut sugar. So I've been inspired to create a sugar-free version with all whole foods, so things that you would have in your cupboard already. So as the sweetener, we are going to use dates. So what I have done is I've pre-made my date mixture because it's very loud and Huxley's asleep. So I wanted to do it beforehand. So what you need is 1 cup of pitted dates. You just put that in a blender along with a 1/4 cup of boiled water and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You let that sit for around 5 minutes just for those dates to soften and soak up all that beautiful goodness. Then you blitz them, and just a word of warning, put a piece of paper towel around your blender because if it's like mine, it will spit out everywhere and you do not want that, especially if you're wearing white, which was a very silly decision. But anyways, once they've soaked for 5 minutes, you're going to blitz them up and it's going to make the most delicious gooey paste here. And this is what's going to essentially sweeten our whole brownie. So we're just going to set that aside for now. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius and just line a baking tray with baking paper and just set that aside for now. So in a large bowl, we're going to put in some almond meal. If you don't have almond meal or almond flour, you can just blitz your almonds until they are a nice powder form. Blanched almonds work best, but I didn't have that, so I've literally just blitzed my almonds to create a powder. So for our brownie mixture, we're going to put 2 cups of almond meal. Perfect. How good was that? And a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, which will help give it that beautiful spongy texture. You can just buy coconut flour in the baking section of the supermarket, or you can also purchase it at your local health food store as well. So a 1/4 cup straight into that bowl as well. And we're also going to put a teaspoon of baking powder in it. Now you can get gluten-free baking powder from Coles and Woolies as well. But we're going to put 1 teaspoon. We're also going to do a pinch of Himalayan salt, around, I guess, a 1/4 teaspoon. This will just help really bring out that beautiful chocolatey flavour. We're also going to add in some raw cacao powder. Again, you can purchase this at the supermarket or at your local health food store. So we're going to put 1/2 cup of the raw cacao powder in. I'm going to be so careful because silly me decided that white was a really good colour to wear today. Raw cacao powder can be quite bitter. That is why we do want to go through with those dates and sweeten it. And also that vanilla extract will also give it that beautiful hint of sweetness as well. So we're just going to mix all those dry ingredients together. And then in a separate bowl, we're going to add our wet ingredients. So just whisk this and just make sure you're getting any lumps out. Alternatively, you can sift all this in. Beautiful. Just setting that all aside. Okay, so for our wet ingredients, you just need a separate bowl. And we are going to add in 2 eggs. So you can use like a chia egg or a flax egg instead, but I haven't made it without, so I can't guarantee how it will turn out. If you are looking for an egg-free alternative, you can mash one large ripe banana and use that instead. I know I've cooked with that before and it really does make a great egg alternative, so you can always do that as well. So we've got our eggs there. We are also going to add in a 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. So if you live in Australia right now, it's winter, so your coconut oil will be hard. So you just need to put it into a microwave proof dish, and we're just going to heat that up until it's melted. While that's melting, I'm going to whisk the eggs. So I'm just going to use a fork. Got my coconut oil in ready, but I'm not going to add that just yet. I'm just going to go through and add our coconut milk, our beautiful nut butter, and then we'll mix it all together. So all together it will be 1 cup of coconut or almond milk, whatever you chose. Mix that together. Going to add in that coconut oil now. Mixing together. We're going to pop our date paste in now, so just discard any of those sharp blades, and we're just going to scoop that into the bowl. Oh my gosh, this smells so good, guys. I definitely should have used a bigger bowl for the wet ingredients. Just really carefully, I'm just going to mash mine with the fork. So our next ingredient, you can use peanut butter, you can use almond butter, you can use sunflower seed butter, but essentially it's going to give it that beautiful richness, that nice nutty flavor. Now, I just happen to have picked this Maver's cacao super seed butter, so it's just peanuts, almonds, cashews, date powder, Brazil nuts, cacao powder, chia seeds, sesame seeds, and vanilla. It was on sale, so I'm going to use this. We're just adding in a 1/4 cup of whatever nut butter you choose. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I actually gave Huxley a little bit with banana this morning. So good. So yeah, if you are allergic to nuts, you can definitely use sunflower seed butter or yeah, something like that as an alternative. So it's really great to experiment with the food you have in the cupboard. So, you know, really challenging yourself to, you know, mix it up. Like instead of using eggs, try banana, or instead of using sweetener like sugar, try using natural sweeteners. Again, bananas, dates, cinnamon, sweet potato, also another great option. All right, guys, grabbing your wet ingredients, we are going to pour in to our dry ingredients. We're going to pour in our wet. Scraping all of that. We don't want to miss any of that stuff in there. So if you need to get your spoon, go for gold, guys. So obviously this does contain nuts. Obviously the almond meal. If you didn't want to use almond meal, you could use any flour, like gluten-free flour. You could use wholemeal flour, and then use your seed butter instead of nut butter. Oh my god, this looks so good. All right, mixing. Oh my god, I just spilled it literally all over the floor. Let's just save what we can there. Forget that I mopped last night and just keep whisking. Mix that together. And then I'll show you the consistency I like to have it. Now, everyone's so different with their brownies, and some people like it extra chewy, some people like it more like a muffiny kind of brownie. I like it somewhere in between, which probably makes it a little bit harder. This is a consistency I like to have it. So as you can see, it's runny enough, but it's not runny. So it's just, it still moves really well when you whisk it, but still sort of holds together. So now we're going to pop this into our lined baking tray. Now, if you want to fancy this up, guys, you can put chocolate chips in there, you can put chopped nuts, or you can just do what I'm doing and leave it as it is. I'm one of those people that absolutely scrape the bowl so there's nothing left. And when I was a kid, I was also the one that I would leave so much batter in the bowl so I could eat it. And it was so good. And then I'd feel so sick after it. Who else used to do that? Come on, I know I'm not the only one here. Alright, so I'm just going to spread that out. So I'm going to probably leave it maybe like an inch thick. Like, you don't want to poke and prod it too much. But there we go, guys. Whoop, slippery. So I'm going to pop this in the oven. And then we'll pop it out and see how we go. Hopefully we get a little bit of crustiness on the top, a little bit of hard crispy bits, but it's still nice and moist in the middle. So that is in the oven, so I'm going to pop it in and I'll let you guys know the time frame it took to get it exactly how I want it. But yeah, I really love just playing around in the kitchen. Like, you can have fun. Like, things don't have to be annoying or stressful, or like, especially like meal prep. Like, that took hardly any time at all. Most people have all of that in the cupboard, so it's just about thinking outside the box and what can I do and how can I make it fun and how can I involve the kids or my partner, or normally like your partner's so happy to like lick the bowl or taste test for you, so you can really make it something the whole family can do together and make it a ritual. Like, for me, Sunday baking, I used to always do it with my mum. So it's a beautiful memory that I have, and it's something I want to instill in Hux. And, you know, even if it's just making pancakes on a Sunday, or our sweet French toast we just had in the Health Haven, like, just making food enjoyable and creating memories around it is so amazing. So I'm going to clean up and then we'll see how the brownies turned out. Yum! So it's been in for half an hour and it's nice and crispy on top and still quite nice and soft in the middle, but the skewers come out clean, so I'm going to leave it. It's going to keep cooking a little bit in here, and then I'm going to slice it when it's cooled off a little bit, but it smells absolutely divine, guys. Yum! Oh, so good, guys. It's perfect. Spongy in the middle, crispy on the outside, just how you want it.